The American Express Platinum credit card is a $695 credit card. American Express says that they have over $1,500 in credits to be used on that American Express Platinum card, but how much of those are you really going to use? Unfortunately, the dark truth of the Platinum card is that there's a lot of card holders that think they're going to use their credits to be able to pay for that card, but are actually losing money on that credit card. My wife and I each have the American Express Platinum card, so I'm actually paying $1,390 per year in annual fees. Today, I'm going to go over the 11 things that you have to know and or do to make sure that the American Express Platinum card is a success for you. And if you're new to the American Express charge cards, the green, the gold, and the platinum cards, you have to stay till the end, because even if you find out that the platinum card is the right card for you, it very well may not be the right time for you. Now let's talk about what the American Express Platinum card provides for that $695 annual fee, or in my case, that $1,390 annual fee. The first item is the $200 airline credit. This is probably one of the more frustrating credits to utilize with the Platinum card, but it doesn't really have to be. There are 3 steps I'm going to go over related to this credit, but please do not do anything until I tell you the whole story. First, you need to be able to understand what this $200 airline credit actually covers. American Express says it covers incidental fees such as checked bags and in-flight refreshments charged by the airline to the Platinum card. Now, the second step is if you do not believe that the fees that this credit will cover, as stated by Amex, is going to allow you to maximize that $200 fee, then you may want to look at what some other people have been able to do. There are some people that have had the American Express card that says that they've actually been able to get other fees reimbursed through this $200 annual fee credit. Now, if you want to read about what some of these experiences have been, I suggest going onto your web browser and search Flyer Talk American Express $200 airline credit 2024 to 2025. Now, please keep in mind, anything that you do read about is always subject to change and your mileage may vary. The third step is now you actually have to select the airline that you want to be able to utilize that airline credit with. As at the time of this filming, the eligible airlines include Alaska, American Airlines, Delta, Hawaiian, JetBlue, Southwest, Spirit, and United. Now, this is a perfect example of a credit that many Platinum cardholders lose money on. For instance, if you regularly fly Delta first class, it is very likely that you'll have very limited use of the airline credit if you select Delta. Factor in the first 2 steps that we discussed earlier, and you may actually find out that maybe Southwest, maybe United may be good selections. I'm just saying. For me, I get the full $200 value out of each of those credit cards for a total of $400. The next benefit is Uber, and you do have to link your American Express Platinum card to your Uber account. With the Platinum credit card, you'll be credited on your Uber account $15 a month for January through November, and then in December, you'll be credited $35. And this all totals $200 for the year. Now, you can use these credits towards Uber or Uber Eats, but be careful because this is a use it or lose it on a monthly basis. If you don't spend the full credit in a month, you do lose it. If you choose to use Uber Eats, as I do normally, I don't do delivery. I pick up food on my way home from work. This allows me to maximize the credit by not paying any additional fees. This is another credit where a lot of cardholders are probably getting a partial benefit, and in some cases, losing the entire monthly benefit because they forget about it. I know in my early experience, I definitely lost money on this benefit, but now I give myself full value of that $200 credit on each of the credit cards for a total of $400. The next credit is the digital entertainment credit, and it does require you to sign up for the subscription that you're interested in. This is a $20 per month credit for a total of $240 for the year. Now, just like the Uber credit, this is a use it or lose it on a monthly basis. At the time of this filming, the options that you have are the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, Peacock, Hulu, Disney, as well as ESPN Plus. I use my credits towards Hulu, ESPN Plus, as well as Disney. Now, while I do use it for these services, I'm actually only going to give myself half credit on this benefit because some of this I wouldn't normally get if it wasn't for the fact that this credit existed. So instead of $240 on each credit card, I'm only going to give myself credit for $120 per card. The next credit is the $200 hotel credit. Now, this can be a frustrating credit as well because you have to use this credit through the American Express travel portal. It has to be on prepaid travel, and it has to be either through their hotel collection or their fine hotel and resorts programs. The hotel collection is commonly made up of mid-tier hotels and requires you to have a minimum 2-night stay. The fine hotels and resorts program is actually the upper end hotels to probably 5-star hotels, but you only have to have 1 night as a minimum stay. Now, we use this benefit each year when I go over to fly to see my in-laws when I fly through Las Vegas. Las Vegas just happens to be one of the best value locations for the fine hotels and resorts program. The last few years, I've been staying at the Crockfords at Resorts World, 1 night on my credit card and 1 night on my wife's. It has been an excellent experience and value for us each year. For this credit, I give it the full value of $200 per credit card for a total of $400. Now, I do have to admit, if I was not staying in Las Vegas, it is probably not likely I would use this hotel credit each year and not get the value that I'm currently getting. The next credit is Saks Fifth Avenue. And with American Express, you get a $50 credit for the period of January through June and another $50 credit from July through December. Now, I'm not a regular shopper of Saks Fifth Avenue, so this can really almost be a trap of spending money that you would not normally spend. Initially, when I had this credit card, I did not fully utilize this benefit. I actually lost the full $100 for 1 or 2 of the years. To truly maximize this benefit, you really want to parlay this credit with an online portal such as Rakuten, where you can get additional points. So on the front end, there's some different holidays where Rakuten will have elevated offers. And then in the back half of the year, Black Friday always has elevated numbers for Saks. If you use Rakuten, you can actually set it so that the points that you earn through Rakuten are actually additional American Express membership reward points. So even if you're not a regular shopper like me, you can still find some things right around that $50 mark, some perfumes, some colognes, some skincare. There are some options. Now, with all that being said, I'm also going to give myself only 50% credit on this, mainly because I still end up normally paying some additional fees or shipping costs that are outside of that $50 window that I would not normally end up doing any other way. So for each card, I'm only giving myself credit for $50 and for the total of $100 between both credit cards. Now, the group of credits that I've mentioned so far would really kind of be ones that I believe are the most applicable to most people utilizing the Platinum credit card. So what am I seeing in my case? Well, for me, I'm seeing $770 use of credits on both credit cards for a total of $1,540. And at this point, I have already exceeded the cost of the credit cards. What value are you seeing at this point with the American Express Platinum credit card? Let me know your dollar amount in the comment section below. If you're finding this information beneficial, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. We are working our way to 1,000 subscribers and would love to earn your subscription. Now that we've kind of looked at the easiest credits to utilize, let's look at some additional credits as well as some benefits of the credit card to see if we can get even more value out of this credit card. Let's start with the $300 Equinox credit. Equinox is a relatively high-priced gym that is located in some select metropolitan areas. That $300 annual credit might cover 1 month of your Equinox membership if you're going in person. Now, Equinox does have an app that you could utilize that $300 credit on for a few months out of the year. Now, when I initially had the Platinum card, I did use the Equinox credit on that app, and it can be useful. At this point, I don't utilize this credit, so it has no value to me. The next credit would be the $199 Clear Plus credit, which does require sign up, and I will tell you, I am a huge fan of this benefit. This credit covers your annual fee to utilize Clear, which is available at many airports, and it definitely expedites the process of going through security. I would pay out of pocket for this benefit just by taking a few flights each year. So I give full value to this credit on each of the credit cards. The next credit is the $12.95 per month Walmart Plus credit, which does require signing up. Features of Walmart Plus includes access to Paramount Plus. You also can get up to 10 cents off per gallon at Sam's Club, Walmart, as well as Exxon gas stations. The biggest feature of Walmart Plus has actually been being able to have my in-laws utilize Walmart Plus to order groceries being delivered to them. It has allowed us a lot of peace of mind knowing that they do not have to go out to get groceries when they don't want to. So for one of our credit cards, we get the full value of Walmart Plus. The next credit is $120 for global entry or $85 for TSA PreCheck. Now this credit for each of these programs covers the membership, which is good for 5 years. And once again, I am a huge fan of this program. I first got TSA PreCheck, which allows you on domestic flights within the United States to be able to expedite your trip through security. Common benefits are not having to take your computer out of your bag, not having to take your shoes off. And those have just been things that have moved the pace along for me through security. I later ended up changing my TSA PreCheck to global entry. Global entry is what allows you to be able to return to the United States from international travel and to expedite your process through immigration. And what's great with global entry is that TSA PreCheck is already included in that membership. When I recently returned from Australia to the United States, I literally spent more time walking to immigration than I actually spent in immigration. Even an international trip every other year would still make this credit valuable. One of the benefits of having the American Express Platinum credit card is that you get gold status with Hilton as well as Marriott. Now you do have to sign up to get that status, so make sure to do it early because it can take some time. Hilton gold status normally comes with 40 nights in a single year. The best benefits of gold status is that you get an 80% bonus on the points you earn, as well as you also get a food and beverage credit or continental breakfast depending upon which location you're at, as well as getting a room upgrade when available. Marriott Gold status comes with 25 nights, and the features of that is 25% bonus on the points that you're earning, a 2 p.m. late checkout, as well as an enhanced room upgrade. Now, these are useful statuses to be able to have just for having the Platinum card. Now, these statuses have enhanced my travel experience, but I'm not going to provide a dollar value to them. The next benefit we're going to look at is lounges. And when it comes to lounge access, there is no credit card that provides greater lounge access than the Platinum credit card. You of course get access to the American Express Centurion lounges, and at this time of me doing filming, there are 15 airports in the United States that have an American Express Centurion lounge. Of the 15 busiest airports in the United States in 2023, according to the Federal Aviation Administration, or FAA, the American Express Centurion lounge is in 12 of those 15 lounges. The only 3 airports that don't have a Centurion lounge is Chicago O'Hare, the Orlando International Airport, as well as Newark Airport. And the Newark Airport is on the list to have a new Centurion lounge done in the near future. There are also 11 airports outside of the United States that have Centurion lounges. A few of the countries that you'll see the Centurion lounge located in includes Australia, India, as well as Mexico, among others. In addition to the Centurion lounges, you also have access to Delta Sky Clubs when flying on Delta that day, Plaza Premium, as well as Priority Pass lounges. Now, to have access to Priority Pass, you do have to sign up for that, and it does take some time to get the card, so make sure to do that early. As you can see, with everything that I've talked about, I am getting outsized value for both of those American Express Platinum cards. Now, earlier I said that if you are new to American Express charge cards, that even if you determine the Platinum card is right for you, it may not be the right time. And now I'm going to tell you why. In 2024, American Express made a significant change with their credit cards, and they did it by families. So in the case of the charge cards, they represent a family of credit cards under American Express, the green, the gold, and the platinum. What happened with that new language is that it now requires you to go in order within the family from the lowest to the highest if you want to get the welcome bonuses for each of the credit cards. So in the case of the charge cards, you would need to first get the green card, then the gold card, and then the platinum card. So if your first charge card is the platinum card, you no longer can get the welcome bonuses of the gold and the green cards. So you have to factor that in the order that you're going to get these credit cards. Now that you know the strategy that it takes to make the American Express Platinum card worth it, you need to have an overall strategy that ensures your success by maximizing your spend and accumulating points at a rate you cannot believe. And you'll find that video right here.